Hey everybody, welcome back. Good afternoon to you. It's almost afternoon, it's almost noon. So while I was reacting to Chantal's live stream, she posted a video called A Shocking Weigh-In. Well, it really wasn't so shocking because although she claims that she lost quite a bit of weight, she really didn't. She lied about it. According to Chantal, she weighs less now than what she did in 2017 when she was with BB. So in 2017, she did a true honest weigh-in where she put her feet on the scale and she showed the number at 377 pounds. Well, according to Chantal, even though she's not able to move, she's not doing any exercise, she hasn't decreased her portions, she hasn't stopped eating takeout, she's now 340 pounds. You know, Chantal, I know you like to lie, but when you are a liar, usually it's a good idea to make your lies believable. If you were 340 pounds, as you claim, you would have a lot more mobility, your breathing would be better, you'd be able to get up off your feet and do something. So if you're 340 pounds, why hasn't your health improved? Why hasn't your mobility improved? Why hasn't your breathing improved? Why do you continue to have back problems? If you lost about 200 pounds, you will probably have a lot more relief in your back. But telling lies and making a game of telling lies, you'd have to be really good at making the lies so believable, but that at least a small portion of the population would believe them. But here's the problem. No one believes you. So whatever game you're playing, thinking that people in the community are just that stupid, they'll believe anything. We're not believing a doggone thing. And you get so mad about that. The fact that we call you out on your lies, we poke holes in your story. And the latest video that you did, the live stream that you did, where you showed a picture of yourself in a wheelchair, people even spotted that you did a lot of heavy editing. But we're going to get into that. And I want to react to her short weigh-in video and just point some stuff out. And my cat's got the zoomies. Booger, what are you doing? She's got the zoomies right now. She's got the afternoon zoomies. So I want to go over that, the video and stuff that I found on Twitter. Very interesting stuff, courtesy to all the wonderful people on Twitter. So let's get into that. I got Twitter already pulled up and ready to go. So for those who are on Twitter that want to find me on Twitter, it's Wild Girl Sarah. And let's start here. Little Bet says, if she is losing weight while eating unhealthy foods, then that means her body is undergoing ketoacidosis, meaning that her own body is eating its own fat, producing ketones in her bloodstream, making her blood acidic, and which will eventually cause organ damage. So I don't know if Chantal is experiencing real weight loss or she's just lying about it. It's hard to tell with her. But Chantal, being as unhealthy as you are, if you're losing weight and you're not doing anything normal that would cause the weight to drop off, I'd be very concerned about that because your organs could be at risk. But thank you for bringing that to everybody's attention a little bit. Ketoacidosis, yeah, not good. Not good at all. Okay, so again, all the people on YouTube, all the people on Twitter, you guys have some sharp eyes. So D. Angry Scott says, editing down the gunt bulge while in the wheelchair is freaking pathetic. Now, this is courtesy of Fondue Pondu, hashtag Foodie Beauty, saying this person edited the wheelchair pic. Look at the smoothing and lines that don't run perpendicular. She tried to make the double gunt smaller. So let's see if I can click on the picture. Yeah, you can actually see it right here where my mouse pointer is. Like, she's got a huge stomach. Where'd the stomach go? But look at the edge of her abaya closest to the wall. The lines are really fuzzy. She edited down her stomach. So again, I love all of the eagle-eyed, smart people in the community. The more she tries to fool us, the more we prove that she can't fool us. So you took that picture, Chantal. Think we were just going to buy it. Well, we're not going to buy it. Not for any amount of money are we going to buy your nonsense. Dwight Schrutz's hazmat suit says Foodie Beauty, Girl World, is this bedbound wheelchair and cane arc along the same vein of BB staying with Foodie during recovery from her surgery, and she's prolonging the inevitable breakup with this newest manipulation? I think so. I think if Salah's been spending a lot of time by himself, going to the red room, just doing his own thing, the more he tries to break away from her, the more she's going to try to hold him to her. She doesn't let any man willingly escape from her. You try to get away before she's ready to let you go, she's going to punish you. So she's playing up this I am sick, I need help, I can't be left alone part of herself. That means Salah has to be around to clean for her, to clean her up, to cook her food, to get her food, to help her put her abaya on. I mean, she's just doing the most to get his attention. And all that's going to do is breed a lot of hate and resentment inside of him. And eventually it's going to come exploding outward. So it's not doing what you think it's doing, Chantal. He's angry at you. He is really angry that you are becoming more and more codependent and you're not interested in being independent to where he can actually have a life. Cannabis says, remember that time Foodie said in Cuba she will manipulate the F out of you, that you'll eat it up and still watch? Spoken words from a true sociopath. That's been happening these past weeks. Wondering how does it taste? Because people are literally eating it all up. Well, not people in the community. Not people on the reaction side. Her beezers who don't know any better, or if they do, they don't care. Maybe they're eating it up, but nobody else is. We all see her for the fake and the phony that she is. She's telling lies that make no sense, talking about going to the doctor and they're shooting her up with stuff and she has no idea what it is. And they gave her a prescription and she couldn't read it. And Salah didn't even know what was on it. I mean, there's so many things that make no sense. So the only people eating it up are her beezers, and that's because they got a taste for her BS. Meredith Morton says, am I losing my mind? Or did Chantal delete the clip where somebody asks her, what would she do if she became bedbound? She says that she would do her channel laying down. I thought it was on her questions answered video, maybe in a different one. I think what you're talking about, Meredith, was like one of the last live streams she did before she took herself completely off camera. I think that's where you'll find it. It wasn't where she just uses her avatar, but I actually reacted to that video. I do remember her saying that, and I gave my thoughts on it. So I'm sure it's out there. Anybody that wants to find that clip, I'm sure you can go on one of the clip channels, archive channels. Maybe Marley Hendricks has it, maybe Piggy. There's so many. I'm sure somebody got that portion. Let's see. D. Angry Scott says, Foodie Beauty loses all right to talk about us or reactors focusing on her weight, talking about her health, or talking about her impending early mortality. If you're cashing in on it, then I'm allowed to make jokes about it. Yeah, like I actually agree. If you're someone and you decide you want to do content on YouTube, you want to put yourself in a public forum in front of the public, with the idea and the goal to make money off the public, then the public has a right to comment. They have a right to their opinions. They have a right to their thoughts. And whether they express them on YouTube or Twitter, they still have a right because you decided to put your stuff on a public forum. She's over there trying to cash in on her weight, appealing to the feedies in her audience, looking for the feedies, basically turning herself into a fetish model, but yet not coming out and saying she is a fetish model. You know, she's putting tags on her videos, trying to attract all different kinds of people from all different kinds of areas of YouTube, trying to grow her channel rather than use positive content. If you're doing all of that, Chantal, we have a right to talk about it. You know, you don't want us to talk about it, take it to a much more private forum. Okay, so wait, what? Hold on a minute. So here's in the description, hashtag Foodie Beauty, hashtag weight loss journey. Excuse me, pardon me, you're on a weight loss journey, but you're not losing weight. So you're tagging your channel and your video with something that does not apply. So other people who are on YouTube that might be on a weight loss journey and they're looking for inspiration and they're looking for some people that are on the same journey, people that might inspire them and reinforce them to keep going. You're tagging your video as that, and they're going to watch you. And if you come on camera eating the food, you might waylay them to go backwards. Oh, and by the way, guys, that thumbnail that you see, the new weight and health update, so much pain, that's the newest thumbnail that she posted for the shocking weigh-in video. Yeah. So like she's really getting her money's worth with that wheelchair. Really getting her money's worth. And it looks like you did some Photoshop on that too, Chantal. You know what's really funny? Y'all look in the front of her. Where's her stomach? Where is it? She edited her stomach out, but here's something that you forgot, Chantal. This is the big oops that you missed. Look at the back of her. Look at the back. So she trimmed down the front because she doesn't want the front to be front and center. But like, it looks like she's sitting in a wheelchair that is far too small for her. And Chantal, I don't know if this wheelchair belongs to you. I don't know if you're renting it. I don't know if you just went to a clinic and you decided, hey, I'm going to sit in a wheelchair and take a few pictures. But you really should not be sitting or laying on medical equipment that is much too small for you, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to break it, and the next person who honestly, truly, sincerely needs it can't use it. So please don't do this again. You know, like, check for weight limits on things, and if you are over the weight limit, don't use it. That way somebody else behind you can have it. Hidden Truth says, Foodie Beauty, most generic medication is widely available, but you may need a medical certificate if you want to take sleeping pills, medication for ADHD, or strong painkillers into the country. Well, she doesn't have the proper documentation, hence the reason why she's having such trouble getting prescriptions. Let's see, this is Failure to Lunge, saying, we are so jelly, babes. This says, this one is for all the new Foodie Beauty supporters. Hashtag do your research. Foodie's checklist. Chose a man overseeing her dying grandmother. Put her cat down because I can't be bothered to look after or pay for her. Eat everything in sight until I become bedbound so I can make sure my fake husband has to be with me 24/7 so he can't crap literally on any other woman. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. And here she's talking about BBJ here. So let's go back in time with her talking about little BBJ.
Trouble, Pete can take care of. Sam is really close to him now. BBJ, I don't know what we'll see. If I see her health super decline by the time I want to travel, I might just put her down and keep her ashes.
Yeah, but she was doing things to make her health decline. She wasn't taking her to the vet. Little BBJ had a myriad of health problems, super, super ingrown nails to the point where 5 of them were embedded in her foot pad. She didn't even try. She was home for over 3 weeks. Not a single medical procedure done for little BBJ. As a matter of fact, she tried to induce a medical event by denying BBJ food because she thought if she took BBJ to the vet would look at her all emaciated and say, oh, we should just put her down. That's what she was hoping would happen. But isn't it funny, Chantal, that you have this philosophy that if a pet is old, that if they're sick, that automatically because of their age and them being sick, that you should just put them down. But here you are almost 40 years old and you're very sick. So should society look at you the same way? I mean, because that's your way of thinking. Anything old and sick, just, take its life. Huh? No, I'm sure you don't feel the same way about yourself. Mrs. Flupa Booty says, hand up if you've ever had to fake being bedbound to guilt a fake husband that you're paying a salary to into staying with you, creating an excuse not to go home. But I can't put my hand up on that. I'm not that pathetic. Autumn Fairy Nene says Milk Tea, who lives in the Middle East, is explaining how all her medications have an English side and an Arabic side. Also that the healthcare workers in the clinics there do speak English and Foodie Beauty is full of it. I believe milk tea. She's very credible. She's very truthful. The things that Chantal was saying about her doctor visit do not make sense. Them injecting her with stuff and she had no idea that even though she was an English speaker and Salah speaks fluent Arabic, that even with the prescription in Arabic, he didn't know what was going on and she said she didn't care. I mean, none of it makes sense. None of it. But I do trust milk tea. Miss Anthropop says, anyone else feeling uncomfortable listening to Chantal so casually talk about her current health while vaping and saying she doesn't really know what's going on, but doesn't care, her own words. I feel like I'm watching a snuff film now and it's disturbing. Well, if someone doesn't care about their life or their health, you can't make them. You really can't force them to care. So it's really her decision about what she wants to do with her life. Hidden Truth says, Foodie Beauty says that the doctor gave her some pain meds and said it could be morphine, but isn't sure because it's in Arabic. If the script is in Arabic, but the most recent ER visit was in English, why? She doesn't care what they give her. This is careless about her health. Well, she's careless about her health. And here's another picture of the photoshopping. Yeah. Obvious is obvious, Chantal. Work on your editing skills. Okay, here about something positive from Punch Cat. Look at the baby. Look at her. Look at the baby taking a nap in the car. Oh, you precious thing. Okay, thank you, Queen of WTF. This is a great comparison. Queen of WTF says, so in 8 days, you managed to lose enough weight that your belly no longer extends past the boobs, all while being bedridden. Yeah, so here is the latest vlog she did when she was in the park. You can see her stomach, right? There we go. Okay, and that was just from the live stream. And then that. How is that even possible? It's not. Unless you're editing and you shave off the pounds through editing. But thank you for posting that, Queen of WTF. That's such a great side by side. Okay, so we're going to get out of here. And we are going to go to the actual video. And you're not going to see much of Chantal. Again, lazy editing. She couldn't even show her face for this video. And she showed the scale, but without her feet on it. But I'm going to give my thoughts regardless. Okay. And let's go.
Hey guys, hey.
No, we're not advertising this Cameo. Screw you. Goodbye.
Stay then to get.
No, we're not. I don't care. I'm not going to advertise your Skemio. No, ma'am.
Yes, I am still recovering in bed, and I am also making this video in my PJs from bed, which is why I'm not on cam for this one. I have chosen to add hearts as the background, and I will also show some video clips. I even tried just sitting and standing to do cameos, and it became unbearable. The pain, that is. After about 2 minutes, I have to lay down. Anywho, I managed to do a weigh-in though. Again, undressed, therefore I just took a picture of the final scale reading. So my last weigh-in was not a good one, if you remember. About 11 days ago or so, I did a video talking about my slip-ups, and if I recall, my weigh-in was somewhere in that video. I was back up to 165 kg, and everyone was wondering how on earth I gained 13 pounds in less than a week.
Well, it's no mystery to me. I mean, I've already shared the information with people on my channel. It's very easy to gain 13 pounds in a week. If you are a 500-pound woman, which I'm sure you're over 500, to maintain 500 pounds, you need to eat, I believe, about 4,000, 5,000 calories just to maintain that weight. I think you're over 500, like 550. So let's just say 5,000 calories is needed for a 500-pound person to maintain 500 pounds. And if there's 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat, and you've gained 13 pounds in a week, that's 2 pounds a day, almost 2 pounds a day. So 5,000 calories plus 7,000 is 12,000. I can't even imagine what 12,000 calories of food looks like per day. But you had to be eating that, Chantal. Had to. So 12,000 calories a day, girl. That's how you gain 13 pounds in a week. And it kind of works out, doesn't it, y'all? She did say to us that she eats every 2 hours, plus she has snacks. Also, she eats late at night and then goes right to sleep. I mean, that's a really simple, easy way to gain weight really quickly. Eat a huge meal, stuff your stomach, then go to bed. So, acting all confused about, I don't know how I gain weight. I do. It's called consuming too many calories that you don't need and not burning them off.
Water retention from binge eating is my only guess. There are
Ma'am, it's not water. You're not retaining water. You did not drink an entire swimming pool. Okay? Stop with that nonsense. It's water weight. You can't pee that much. Okay? With the amount of water you're claiming that you're retaining, you be in the bathroom peeing for a good hour. It's not water weight, it's fat.
so many reasons why weight fluctuates. I was on a slippery slope of just eating crap and tons of sodium and
You were not on a slippery slope. You were jumping off a cliff with all that nonsense. In a metaphorical sense, of course. Slippery slope means you're making some progress up and then you slide back down. You're not making any progress. You're on the edge of a cliff, in a sense, ready to fall off. Describing it as a slippery slope. Quit it, woman. Like 12,000 calories a day is not a slippery slope. That is committing to something that you should not be committing to. You are committing to making your health worse. You're not even fighting against it.
all the things that are not good for me, and those things in excess. So, a few days before that weigh in, or approximately 2 weeks ago, I had dropped down to 159 kg.
You know what I see in front of me? I see a scale. I see a bathroom scale. That's it. That's all I see is a bathroom scale. You know what else I see, y'all? I see no shadow. If she were standing on the scale to get that number, considering how big she is, wouldn't there be a dark shadow over the numbers? Yeah, there would be. There would not be a straight line down. You can see the light right here, right below the letters. Here's the light. Chantal, she can't see her feet. So how could she have a clear line of sight down to the scale as soon as she stepped on and she stepped off? Those numbers could belong to anybody. I don't see her feet on the scale. I don't see a dark shadow surrounding the scale. So there's no proof that these numbers are actually hers.
I was very happy with that. Now,
And
as
you're
you
probably happy with it because it's not yours. Okay, so now we got a bit of a shadow, but as large as Chantal is, like there should be a large round shadow in front because there's a light directly above her. It would shine down and kind of like make like a half moon eclipse. Don't see that.
can see my weigh in today, I weigh 155 kg.
Again, where's your feet? Where are your feet? I don't see your feet on the scale. And it's a bathroom scale, and those can be messed with in so many ways, y'all. You could we don't see the floor area around the scale. How do we know that she did not put it on something where it's elevated so we're getting the correct reading? How do we know? How do we know she's not just putting one foot on the scale? There's so many ways you can cheat a scale, especially at home. I want to see her on an actual medical scale at a hospital that she cannot play around with and see what the weight is. Then I'll believe her. I will absolutely believe her.
Which is a huge drop. That's 341 pounds.
And again, you were with BB 377 pounds. You were real close to being 400 pounds, Chantal. That was several years ago. So you were like 27 pounds away from being 400 then. And anybody can look at you then and any of your past videos and then look at you now and tell there's at least 150 pounds difference. And yet, big idiot, you're claiming here that you are at a lower weight than what you were when you were with BB. Hold up. You know what? This is my react. I can do what I want. Wait a minute. Oh no, she's live again. Get out of here. I'm reacting to this video she's live. You know what? I don't care. I really don't care. I'll deal with her in a minute. She got to wait her turn. She got to wait her turn. I'm busy. I'll show you guys. Okay. All right. We're going to switch over for a minute because I like to give the receipts. I like to give the context for those who have not seen the content, who do not know. Let's switch it on over. I tell you, this is why she hates Girl World. Because we got receipts all day for anything she tries to claim. Okay? We got receipts, and if we don't have them, we can find them. So, everybody pay attention. This is from BIKKESS, small channel. But you can see right here, weigh in and vlog, May 2017, Chantal Marie, Foodie Beauty deleted video. I don't know why she deleted this, but okay, so there she is. Look, she's got her feet on the scale. 365 pounds. Let's go. There's no sound, but that's her scale. We don't need the sound. All right. So take a look at the way she looks just in the face. Doesn't she look different? She looks a lot different, doesn't she? Does she do a full body shot here? Let me look. Yeah, she's actually walking around here. But that was Chantal. She was almost at 400 pounds here. Now go back to her present videos and look at her. Just look at the face. If you lose weight, if you gain weight, it'll show up in the face as well. Her face is much more round now, to the point where she has to use contour filters. That the way the contour filters work, if you guys want to see, how can you tell with the contour filters? There's a reason why Chantal likes her Samsung phone, okay? Because that particular phone has what's known as a diamond face filter. And the diamond part starts right about the end of her cheekbones, and it does like a triangle. This area down here. If you notice, the top part of her head, from her forehead down to the big apples of her cheeks, is very round. And then all of a sudden, her lower face is a diamond shape. Yeah, that's a filter. Because Mother Nature likes to spread out the weight in a symmetrical way. If you got a wide forehead, you're probably going to have a wide bottom half as well. It balances out the weight. So you can see her right here. She was a bit younger, but still, like the way look at the difference in her face. And she's trying to say that she's at a lower weight now than what she was several years ago. Liar, 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 pants on fire. And I'll leave a link for, is it BIKKESS video in the description, just for context here. But let's go back over to her weigh-in video, because I want to see what else the lying liar who lies has to say. Yes, I do. We ready? Let's get ready. I got to see where I'm at. Where am I? Okay. All right, let's go.
I cannot even remember the last time I was in the 340s. Now, being essentially bedbound for the most...
She can't remember because it probably never happened. Or it's been so many years that she's forgotten. but she's trying to make up her weight here. Well, making it up does not mean that 200 pounds extra will disappear, Chantal.
This part, I mean, I can still walk around the apartment slowly for a few minutes at a time and use the washroom on my own and shower, but I figured I would gain weight, not moving much. The thing is, because I'm in constant pain, constant as in the pain is always there, but it's tolerable when laying on my side with a pillow between my knees. So because of the pain, I don't have as much of an appetite sometimes. I still
Right. Sure. Sure. I just reacted to the video where you were saying, I don't have much of an appetite. But then during the live stream, as it kept progressing and it started about the hour mark, you were talking about how you were having cravings. Oh, I'm craving this. I'm craving that. You started talking more about the food. And then people in your chat are talking about food, which is going to make you think about it. But you're not eating much, right, Chantal? Okay, sure.
still get the head hunger though, and there's boredom of laying in bed and wanting to snack all the time. But I'm surprised
Yeah, that's the bee monster talking. That's the bee monster talking all day. And you've got nothing to distract yourself. You've got nothing else to do to make that thing shut up. Like if you start hearing that voice talking, you can't have a counter voice that says, be quiet over there. We're going to go take a walk now. Be quiet over there. We're going to go read a book. Be quiet over there. We're going to play a video game. You have nothing else to distract yourself from hearing that voice. That's why you need therapy, girl.
I have lost so much, considering my
You
eating
haven't.
schedule has pretty much been as follows.
You know another way to tell that Chantal's lying about her weight loss? Is she or is she not a defiant person? Is she or is she not that kind of person that if she has any kind of triumph in her life, she will move with a quickness to put it in front of us? If she was down to actually 340 pounds, we'd see it. We'd hear all about it. She would get her big butt on camera and show a full body shot of herself. So talking about it is not being about it, Chantal. If you were 340 pounds, you would get on camera and go, suck it, haters. I've lost a bunch of weight, but you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. To get down to 340 pounds, that would mean you'd have to lose over 200. Because, like I said, I think you're about 550 plus. So that would require you to lose about 200 pounds. And isn't it something that 200 pounds was exactly what Salah said he wanted you to lose in the very beginning? So you thought you'd lose it just by typing it? Don't work that way.
So because I'm not cooking right now, we will order one main meal. So I usually eat very healthy for this. Chicken, a salad every day, and I usually eat like
Explain to me how French fries work into eating healthy. I really have to know. Explain to me how that works. And for all we know, this could just be pictures you pulled off the internet because we're not seeing it on your table.
half a chicken. So like the breast and some of the leg, which I don't really love, but it's tolerable the way this place cooks it. For chicken legs and dark meat, I find that if it's cooked like almost burnt or burnt, pretty much like burnt a bit, like so that it's not, I don't know. I don't like moist dark meat. I like it very burnt.
Is it me or okay, I'm just weird. Sorry. Like she's showing the meals that she's, I guess, ordered, she's about to eat. Why is there one section missing? Why is it broke off like that? I don't know. I'm just bothered by that. Moving on.
But with the chicken breast, yeah, it has to be moist, of course. I don't know. I think it's because the dark meat, the leg and the thigh have so much more fat that when you cook it longer, the fat kind of like dissolves more. Anyway, I'm weird, I know. So I eat chicken, a salad every day, hummus, or a salmon bowl, for example, with black beans and guacamole and quinoa or brown rice. What I love about the bowls is they
My question is, according to her, she doesn't live alone. She has Salah there. What does he do all day? Like, what use does he have? He's not washing dishes. He's not cooking. Useless. Why are you paying him all that money, Chantal? What does he do for you? He's not even on camera anymore. You're ordering meals versus having your husband cook you meals. If you are ill and you are his wife, shouldn't he be at least cooking some meals for you, doing some meal prep? At least making enough meals to where you can like put them in little containers and put them in the freezer. And that way, if you're hungry, you can just pop one in the microwave and be fed if you're having trouble cooking. What jobs does he have to do these days?
They pretty much have like every food group in one. And I really enjoy those. And when I'm able to like make things on my own again, I think I'll get the ingredients to make those more regularly. So then every day I've been having an avocado smoothie with honey and pistachios. This is a very
As if you need that. As if you need that. That does not look healthy. That looks like a calorie bomb. Honestly, you got honey in it, probably got, knowing you probably put a bunch of sweeteners. That's a calorie bomb. Chantal, liquid calories count. You know that, right? Solid calories count, but liquid calories count too. That means shakes, that means smoothies. And sometimes smoothies will make your stomach upset. There's just too much stuff going on, but that could very well be a calorie bomb.
common drink here at juice stations. They're called avocado juice with nuts and honey. And when I first came to Kuwait, Salah introduced me to those. He was having one and he said, "You want to try a sip?" And I said, "What? Avocado smoothie? Ew." Because avocados, I'm very finicky on them. I don't know how some people could just eat them just like that with nothing else. Just plain avocado. To me, they taste like plant butter if you eat them plain. So I have to have them mixed with things. And this is the best. It's so good.
That knowing what made it so good for you is you add a bunch of sugar and sweetener to it, which you don't need as a diabetic.
Avocados are so healthy with good fats and
Oh, they are. Avocados are very healthy. And they would be healthy if you didn't add a bunch of honey and sugar. You're going to take something that might be good for you and make it into something not good by adding a bunch of stuff that don't need to freaking be there.
fiber and vitamins, which are essential for healing. I mean, even the doctors prescribing vitamins for me. So, our body needs certain vitamins and minerals to.
I can't. She's so incredibly sick and she's so incredibly unhealthy, yet she's over here acting like Dr. Armchair, Dr. Blue Couch, talking all about nutrition. At the same time, her health is not improving. I can't.
To kind of speed up the healing process. So then after this main meal and the avocado smoothie, I usually have hours later, like late at night, because my sleep pattern is all mixed up. Sometimes I nap throughout the day. The pain makes me more tired than usual. So at night, I'll eat a mixed plate, which I'm able to actually stand long enough to make myself, or Salah will help me and just bring me the things he knows I like, and I'll just kind of like prepare it in bed. So I'll eat a mixed plate of.
What? What? I will prepare it in bed. How do you cook in bed? What? How do you cook or prepare food in bed? Are you going to bring everything in your kitchen to your bed? I mean, that doesn't even make sense.
Pita bread, labneh or cheese, olives, pickled eggplant, and a small bag of chips. So it's weird to me that I've still lost so much because
Ma'am, put up or shut up. All these claims about losing weight, put up or shut up. We will believe you if you show us proof, actual proof. We're not going to take your word for it because you are a known liar who lies. Tell you what, go to an actual hospital with a medical scale that can go up to 600 pounds, the ones that you have to stand on, and a nurse has to read it. And if you are 340 pounds, I'll say, you're right, Chantal, and I was wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm not afraid to say that I'm wrong, but do that. Because I don't trust you with a regular bathroom scale. I don't trust your word. You've proven to be a very untrustworthy, lying person. Your word has zero credibility. But if you go to an actual doctor's office and you film the whole thing and you step on a scale and it says 340 pounds, I'll eat my words. Okay? I will. But I don't think you'll do it because we both know you're not 340 pounds. You're in the 500s.
Especially the avocado smoothie, I'd imagine, and the night meal is kind of higher in calories, but um, I don't know. I don't know if it's just, I haven't been counting calories. So, yeah, anyway, I mostly eat when I'm hungry.
But you're hungry all the time, and that's the problem. You don't eat when you're physically hungry. There's gonna be moments where you are physically hungry and your body says, "Hey, it's lunchtime. Can we please eat?" But you eat beyond that. That is the problem. You don't just eat when you feel that true physical hunger. You eat when the bee monster tells you to eat, which is always. You eat when you're bored. You eat when you're stressed. You eat when you're upset. You eat when there's nothing else to do, which there's never anything else to do. So you eat to occupy your time. That's why you got to get that bee monster under control because it's never satisfied. It's always driving you to put something in your mouth if something isn't coming out. And even then, it says, hey, while you're talking to the chat, go ahead and eat something. You got a serious issue with food. At some point, you got to deal with it one way or the other.
But I do need to eat because of the medications I'm taking, anti-inflammatory.
Ma'am, I've been sick before. And yes, you're right that some medications will make your stomach upset, but you don't have to eat that much. You could just have something light on your stomach so that your stomach lining doesn't get upset. You can have a bowl of soup. You could have a sandwich. You don't need to fill up every single bit of space in your stomach for that.
Medicines can cause stomach issues, so I try to take them with food. Anyway, I will weigh myself again next week and see what happens. I went back to the doctor today, so if you want to know any updates about that in full, you can.
I'm so tired of you showing yourself in this picture, especially with that duper's delight smile on your face. And the fact that it's been photoshopped. Let's blow it up. Thank you for providing your lie. Because you would love the fact that you lie and you tell on yourself, but let's really blow up that picture. Take a look at that, y'all. You can tell it's been photoshopped. Look at the wavy lines around here. Look how they don't. They don't even add up. Look, they don't even add up. Wavy lines. She's got a big tummy. Where's the tummy? This is not all there is. She shrunk it down a lot. But thanks for providing more proof that you lie.
You can watch my live stream I did tonight. It's my latest live stream, and I talked about how I went to the clinic, back to the clinic nearby to.
By the way, there's a new mystery in town, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute new mystery. And I am curious to get this mystery solved. Lately, Chantal's been holding on to that empty phone case. Why is that? What is the purpose of that? Where is the phone that goes with the phone case? Why is she carrying it around like a purse? Where is the phone? I don't get it. We need to solve this mystery, girl world.
Um, just for a follow-up basically, and they asked me how my pain level is. just to see that kind of thing. Well, actually, the way it works, like I was in a wheelchair because I know a lot of people are thinking that I'm wheelchair bound now, and it depends. Like until I am able to heal more and walk longer distances because of the injury, it's very painful. So a lot of people who have this type of injury um, in their back or sciatica pain, it's debilitating. Like it's hard to.
Ma'am, you said the other day that you were up and dancing around with sciatica pain. That is something you absolutely, positively cannot, will not do if you have that kind of pain. You got that pain, you are dreading any moment where you have to laugh or sneeze or cough. Like if you feel that sneeze coming on, you literally wrap your arms around your stomach just trying to brace for the impact, and sometimes you're not successful and it hurts. So how in the world were you dancing around with sciatica pain? And in the live stream that I just reviewed, you were giggling and laughing like nobody's business. And you weren't laughing and then just, the spasm would shake your body and you go, oh, I didn't hear none of that. For someone who's so much in pain, you've got debilitating pain, you were laughing a lot. Didn't hear the pain in your voice at all, liar. Can I tell you something, Chantal? This whole talking about sciatica pain, showing yourself in a wheelchair, talking about using a cane, it is a sheer mockery of those who have serious illness and they have to use a wheelchair or a cane. It's a mockery to anyone who's had real back issues. I would even dare to say that you are literally mocking anybody who might have a disability, even though there are many people who have back pain, back issues, disabilities, that they're still productive members of society. They do all they can to be productive, to be good citizens. You, on the other hand, you're just looking for reasons to be lazy, to not show yourself on camera, to keep Salah with you, although, ma'am, he's not happy with you. And the harder you try to hold on to him, the more angry he's going to get and the more he's going to want to break away. So you better best pray that you don't become really bedbound, because if he gets overwhelmed, and he's already overwhelmed, he will run. And there you will be in that apartment alone, unable to move, and your family's in another country and they can't help you. Yeah, give that a thought.
Be in certain positions for a long time without it flaring up. So, like, sitting is extremely painful. It's more painful than standing. But
Another lie, if you sit down, it's more painful than standing up with sciatica. I know because I had it.
standing is also painful. And then the thing with standing, like, if I know you're going to think, like, well, if it's so painful to sit, why don't you just walk more? And I was able to walk from the car to the clinic entrance, like, go into the entrance, the administration, go see the doctor.
And there's another picture that she herself provided. Look at her face. Look at her face. Smirk. She's so much in pain, but she's smirking. Duper's delight. Liar. Liar. Liar, liar, tore her pants on fire. You're not in pain. You're lying about that pain.
But then there was like an emergency at the clinic, and the doctor had to like tend to that because it was later at night. And so we would be standing around and sitting around for a while, and then we had to move to a place in the clinic that was far away. So yeah, I had help with a wheelchair for that. And when I go to the clinic, depending, I find that if I stand too long, then my leg gets a lot of weakness. So, like muscle weakness and numbness. And so,
Well, Chantal, you had issues with your leg before. You were dragging your foot or dragging your leg behind you. but it was of no concern to you because you just let it go on and on and on. And I'm not a doctor. I don't know what might cause that. It's been suggested that diabetic neuropathy might be an issue, which is nerve damage. Are you concerned about that? No, no, you're not.
So I opt for the wheelchair, like just so I don't fall. So that's why. But as soon as this is healed, I will be back to walking, that's for sure. Still looking into treatment options. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to see if it will heal on its own. I've been told that this type of injury, even like herniated or slip discs,
Can I suggest something to you, Chantal? Listen, if you're not willing to take your health seriously, if you really don't give a crap about it, you don't give a crap about it, and nobody can change your mind. But if you don't give a crap about your health, don't bother going to the doctor, because doctors are there to treat patients who are really, really sick. Don't take up their time unless there's something really wrong with you and you need treatment and you're willing to listen to them. What is the point of all these doctor visits if you honestly don't care and you're just doctor shopping?
I should say, and sciatica, which kind of go hand in hand, um, because sciatica is just usually a slipped disc.
Ma'am, no, it is not a slipped disc. I had it. Sciatica is nerve pain, a pinched nerve. You know what? Hold on a minute. What is the definition for sciatica? What? Okay. All right. Sciatica, symptoms and causes. All right. All right. We're doing some medical stuff right now. Sciatica refers to pain that travels along the path of the sciatic nerve. The sciatic nerve travels from the buttocks and down each leg. Sciatica most often happens when a herniated disc or an overgrowth of bone puts pressure on the lumbar spine nerve roots. This happens upstream from the sciatic nerve. This causes inflammation, pain, and often some numbness in the affected leg. Although the pain associated with sciatica can be serious, those cases that are caused by a herniated disc can clear up with treatment in a few weeks to months. People who have severe sciatica and serious leg weakness or bowel or bladder changes might need surgery. And she's not even going to a hospital. All right, see. When to see a doctor. Mild sciatica usually goes away over time. Also call if pain lasts longer than a week, is severe, or gets worse. Get immediate medical care for sudden numbness or muscle weakness in a leg, pain after a violent injury such as a traffic accident, trouble controlling bowels or bladder. So, like the whole situation, her dragging her foot, I don't know if that was due to her sciatica, but like she let it go on for a long time.
Parts of the disc slipping out of order and pinching, pressing on the nerve, causing that nerve numbness and pain. And it's so bad. I've never experienced pain like this in my life, like I've said, and I don't wish it on anyone. It's so, so, so painful. And like I said, it's debilitating. You can't do much for very long, but I'm pretty stubborn.
The way that you're moving around, though, it sounds like if you stretched and if you walked around, the pain would actually go away. You're not laying up in bed and you can't move. You just told us that you're moving around and doing stuff in the apartment, which means you're still able to walk. So you should be walking at least a little bit, stretching out that nerve as best you can.
Like, if I have the choice to just laze around, then I'm more likely to do it in my free time. But
Yeah, so how's that going to help? Lazing around, how's that going to work out as far as the healing? It won't.
if I don't have a choice and I'm like forced to be in bed, for a little while, it's okay. But then after I start getting fed up with what I can't do, and I try to push myself.
What? She's talking like she's such an active person that her schedule is so busy. She's got so much to do. So she's got to go outside. She's got to do her walking vlogs. And oh, this sciatica thing is just keeping her from it. She was never an active person. She was always lazy, looking for more reasons and ways to be lazy.
Myself to do it. But with this type of injury, like if you're pushing yourself,
Wait, what? This type of injury, what? You didn't injure yourself. You didn't do anything to cause injury.
To the point of pain, it can make things worse, is what the doctor told me. So, um, yeah, I have to take it easy until this is healed. And a lot of rest is, what is going to help with that healing, basically. I'm just trying everything people are
Not,
suggesting, like ice, then hot, then ice.
even though they told you don't use heat, use ice. The doctor told you that. Use ice. So why would you use heat after the doctor told you use ice?
Um, Sunlight.
That part confuses me, y'all. I have never in my life heard that sunlight can cure sciatica. Has anybody else? Because that's a new one to me. Is this some new age thing? Some metaphysical thing? Because I have never in my life heard that sunlight can cure sciatica or help it. I don't. How does that even relate? It really, really doesn't.
Everything, but yeah, I'm mostly just also taking, I get an injection every other day now at the clinic, and it's like a pain medication and also
How do you even know? You got injected with stuff and you didn't even know what it was. You were guessing. You told us, I don't even know what they injected me with. So, how do you know it was a pain medication? You have no idea.
some vitamins injected like into my hip, kind of hip area, like lower back area, but like off to the side. So, and then I also take on my own some strong anti-inflammatories that are like non-steroidal inflammation medicine. And I take also a mild muscle relaxer.
Chantal, the title of this video was called A Shocking Weigh In. So, shouldn't the entire video be about your weight and the weigh in? Because you talked for a few minutes about that. Now we're talking even more about your supposed fake, phony sciatica pain. This video is mostly about that.
Um, I don't think that they're all, like, none of the pain medications are very effective because they all don't target the nerve, and they don't have the same kind of medications here in Kuwait, and it's hard to, have access to proper pain management. So I'm just doing what's available right now. Um, yeah. But I'm doing okay, and I just hope that it goes away. Like I said, I've been told that this kind of thing takes time to heal. So sometimes it takes like months, sometimes it takes a couple of months, sometimes a few weeks. It just depends. So I'm trying to, yeah, lose also some weight is good because, especially in the abdomen, that can really pull on your vertebrae
Mhm.
and just cause more problems. And which is, why if you have a large abdomen, a lot of pregnant women get sciatica. They develop sciatica when they're pregnant because of the extended abdomen. And I have that, not pregnant, just being overweight. So um, that is something that I have to fix. And being in the 340s is
You're not 340. You're not. Add another 200 pounds. That would be closer to your actual weight. You did tell us that you were 535, right? Right. You said you're 535 pounds. I think we're getting even closer to the actual weight with you saying that. So take off 200 pounds for 535. Yeah. So you're trying to make yourself smaller by talking about being 200 pounds smaller.
seriously very encouraging. Like 341, so I only have a few pounds to be in the 330s. And
And for the record, given Chantal's size, as big as she is, what she should be focusing on, in my opinion, is getting on top of that issue with food, getting way on top of it. if she cut down her calorie intake by a lot, instead of eating 12,000 calories a day or 5,000 calories a day, let's decrease it down to say just 2,500 or 2,000 calories. Just doing that, no exercise, by creating a calorie deficit, she would lose weight. But she's got to get on top of her calorie intake, and she's got to get proper sleep, because that's not helping either. So if she did cut down a lot of the calories that she's consuming, she could drop weight like crazy at first.
And like 3 pounds. And that will be a new low in years. I have not been that weight in a long time. Um,
And you're still not that weight.
so it's more for health at this point than anything. And I hope that I can achieve that um, for my better health and future. And I can get back to doing things for you guys. I want to touch on that a minute. I know that I haven't been camming up, and I will say the main reason is that being in bed, like I mentioned, is the least painful position for me at this point. And
You know what, though? If you want to cam up and do your live streams from bed, you can just put your camera in front of you, prop yourself up with some pillows, and do it that way. So why haven't you?
and therefore, I do a lot of my content from bed. Probably even my cameos are going to be from bed. So I just have to be comfortable, and I don't want to show my room.
She doesn't have to show a room. I mean, if you got your camera pointed dead on at you, you're not going to see anything else around you. How hard is it to just point the camera at yourself and show nothing else?
Um, yeah, I don't want to show my room when I'm live streaming. I don't want to show my room in videos
If the camera is stationary, you won't show anything else.
of me just laying down. It's not appropriate anymore for my life. And I just also, the less I have to get dressed, the better. I do have to force myself to, go through the painful motions of getting dressed. I do get.
You know what? Even if she has trouble getting dressed for whatever reason, again, Salah, hello, Salah, earn your money, earn your paycheck, sir. He should be helping her get, since she's the one bringing in the money, she's the one with the paycheck. And if he expects his portion of her paycheck, she's the boss, he's the employee. She should be able to look at him and say, look, I got to make money. So can you please help me get dressed? Help me put my abaya on. Prop me up in bed. Can you make me a meal and cook for me? Like since he's not on camera anymore, give him other things to do to earn that money.
Help from Salah, but just to go to the clinic and things like that, so nothing else is going on other than that. There's no conspiracy theories in that. That's basically just what it is, and I'll be back on camera before you know it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Chantal, you're taking this. What is it that Amberlynn Reed calls it? A hoot nanny. When you tell a lie, an outrageous lie, didn't she call it a hoot nanny? So you're telling this great big hoot nanny about your weight. You're saying you're at 340 pounds. Well, the moment you come on camera, if you don't look much, much smaller, we're going to call you out on your hoot nanny. You're setting yourself up to be called out.
I've always been on camera for years and years, and I do miss filming with my face. I prefer that. But as soon as I'm better, whenever that will be, and whenever I'm able to get out of bed and do more content.
Okay, like her vlog is done. Let's see if there are any interesting comments. Ivago Sinak says, but do you know why you are in pain, right? No, she doesn't. Brooke says, what's actually wrong? Have they gave you an actual official diagnosis? Must be insanely costly not getting health care in Canada. I'm sure it is. Her Canadian dollar is not as strong as the dinar. I think for every one Kuwaiti dinar is 23 cents for a Canadian dollar. So her currency is much, much weaker than the Kuwaiti dinar, which is going to make everything more expensive. And see, a lot of comments here. People congratulating her on the weight loss, even though there's no actual proof. And of course, she's going to edit the comments. All the good ones are gone. It's okay. So that's it for my react to her supposed weigh-in vlog, even though we didn't see her get on the scale live and do it. We just saw the scale itself. We did not see her feet on the scale. We did not even see her shadow. We didn't see her toes on the scale. There was a lot of things missing from this weigh-in. I want to give my thoughts anyway. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.